Okay, y'all remember the Garbage Pail Kids? Yeah, y'all remember the Garbage Pail Kids? Notice the PALE kids, right? The homunculus comes out transparent and clear. The homunculus doesn't have pigmentation in the skin. The homunculus comes from manure, trash, putrefaction. That's why a lot of the Garbage Pail Kids was putrefied, the most disgusting, rotten, right? Decay, right? Natural rot, right? You know how spoiled fruit turned into goop and water and slime, right? That's why they was coming out the trash, the compost, right? You composed them, right? The garbage, right? Manure, pail, tomahawk, kids, right? It's kind of like a branch off from the Cabbage Patch Kids. Look, Adam Bomb, Nasty Nick, right? They had some that was kind of banned, hard to find. I guess this Adam Bomb one was a big one. You know, they always used to think back then the president had the button. Oh, look, remember Mind Unveil said Mojo Jojo created a homunculus in the toilet. Look at this homunculus coming out the toilet, right? The putrefaction. Shout out to Mind Unveil. Y'all got to get into Mind Unveil. They talking heavy over there. But you see the Garbage Pail Kids website with the Dracula one. You know, they got everybody you can think of, everything you could think of, right? Trading cards and lunch boxes and stuff, you know. 80s babies, where you at? I know a lot of you youngers ain't never heard of this, right? Look at some of them. It's too many to go through. It's almost like the Illuminati trading card game. I don't know if y'all know how many cards is in that deck, but it's like, it's an insane, it's at least, if it's 52 cards in a regular deck, it's at least an extra 50 in the Illuminati trading card game. But the same with the Garbage Pail Kids, it's too many to go through. It's probably like 200 cards. I'm gonna show you, you know, probably as much as I can. I ain't got all night, but you're gonna get an overall feel of what the Garbage Pail Kids is and the deeper meaning. So we did the deeper meaning behind the Cabbage Patch Kids, which was the, you know, the first movie ever created, and the Orphan Train. You know, shout out Mind Unveil. You know, shout out One on One podcast too. Y'all go check out One on One podcast. He was talking heavy about the homunculus too. But you see some of the cards, right? You see the one up top in the right that actually got the fez on with the light bulb, the intelligence, right? The light bulb, the fez, the intelligence. You know, they all got little quirky names that go with them. You know, the reptilian, right? The extraterrestrial, death. Because they die and bring them back. You know, the Frankenstein was a homunculus. IVF is homunculus, right? Removing the embryo and incubating it somewhere else. That's why the incubators was on the orphan train stops, right? Look who else was a part of the Garbage Pail Kids. See how far-fetched this idea was back in '86? If you came out like that, you was on the level of Garbage Pail Kids, right? Let's take a trip back in time. Let's take a trip back in time, right? You couldn't even come out with these today. It's too controversial. It's too controversial. But all of these are homunculus, right? Let's not, look, you see the one standing next to the P, to the urinal, right? A lot of them be associated with tortoise. Oh, look, they got the divine hermaphrodite goddess, right? Look at the spiral. Remember I talked about the spiral goddess, the divine hermeticism, hermaphrodite, hermetic, right? Okay. Remember the video I showed y'all where the lady was peeling the skin off, with Biden had the skin mask on, right? You just gotta see how wild. You know, they had a show called Alien Nation back in the day. You know, the blind leading the blind. You see hands on hands, right? They go that hermetic symbolism. You see they had Twitter, Elon Musk. You know, they'll get you. It's like Mad TV. If y'all remember Mad TV, Mad Magazine, right? So yeah, you see they got Mr. Dump wiping himself with the who? We the people, huh? With the money on the floor like what? Right? Homunculus. Death was a homunculus. Right? You see they got the mermaid. Look, they got the esoteric, occultic skull and candle. Right? The werewolf. Lilith, Lady in the Water. Y'all remember that movie, Lady in the Water? The moon, goddess, come with the subservient dog, wolf. Right? Dogs are subservient. Man's best friend, a woman. Yeah, Garbage Pail Kids are homunculus, right? I don't know if anybody ever put that out there, but I'm putting that out there. Look, they got the Phrygian cap at the top. Right? Ooh, look at the homunculus in the bottom right corner. Yeah, we found them. We found them. I tell they had to have one. Oh wait, they trying to see my phone won't be trying to let me get to it. I don't know what the problem is. There you go. There you go. Slosh Josh. The homunculus, the man in the jar, the Garbage Pail Kids, the manure, the hermetic seal. Right? The Philosopher's Stone. It ain't alchemy turning rocks into gold. That's level 1. That's level 1. Level 2 is turning something inanimate into an animate object through electricity. Right? Like the Frankenstein movie. Okay? Garbage Pail Kid. You notice the complexion of most of them. You might see 1 or 2 melanated homunculi, but a lot of the homunculus are pale, right? Pale, P-A-I-L. Look, you see the fraternities part of it. P-A-I-L, P-A-L-E. You got the barbarian and the Atlantean, the green skin. Remember Crumb taught us about the green skin, the reptilians. Shout out Crumb TV. Y'all go check out Crumb TV. Heavy knowledge over there. Shout out D Calico. Heavy knowledge over there, you know. Go check out the master teachers, man. If I'm forgetting somebody, you know, I shout them out when they come to mind. But, yeah, y'all see what it is, right? Very occultic, weird. Like, you can't even imagine. So look at this homunculus when you got the face in the jar right there on the left, right? The body coming out the body, the jack in the box, right? The box, the black box, the Kaaba stone, the house of Habu. You know, they got Crude Chris. You see what time he on, okay? Look, they gonna always make it real for you. Right? The end is near. Look what's in this baby bottle. Talk spicy. Right? They got everybody for you. Skull and bones imagery right there on Chris Hiss. Skull and bones symbolism. Oh, look at him coming out the bucket. The man in the crater. Right? The Holy Grail. Look at the spiral. You saw the eagle up top looking like the Germanic eagle. They got Crypto Chris. They was talking about this back then. Right? Crypto Chris. Right? Garbage Pail Kids still going to this day that they got crypto Garbage Pail Kids card. You know, confused Chris. There's a lot of Chris in here, right? Notice that's a lot of Chris. Put 2 and 2 together. Who you think Chris is? Who is the Chris group? Okay, let's break it down. Let's go past level 1. You know, we got to scroll down to alchemy. They like to give you the nonsense entertainment stuff up front. Let's scroll on down to alchemy. Right? The man in the flask, the man in the glass. Right? Homunculus. Got a picture right here. You see the umbilical cord at the cork, and you feed it and you grow it. Right? You see the red substance. That's a woman's blood of a particular time when she's not feeling well. Right? You got the mandrake. You see the guy in the root. The mandrake is a part of this. Like Groot. I'm gonna have to do a video on that mandrake. Y'all gotta tap into that. That's some homunculus shit. We're gonna get into that, matter of fact. I'm gonna hit you with that. Yeah, they got Lucifer in the hermetic seal flask. But let me touch on that divine hermaphrodite. Like Aphrodite, hermetic seal. You know, a lot of things that end in ite, like troglodyte, right? Hamite, Cushite, that ite. Gotta look into that ite. Okay, but see how it says animal post-mortem putrefaction, right? This is, you know, putrefaction is the stage of death following polar mortis, all that. The process reference the breaking down of an animal post-mortem in terms. Eventually, okay, the cause of death. All right, but you see where I'm going with this, right? The putrefaction. Okay, the putrefaction. So you see, I say after one has gone through the stages of putrefaction and purification, separating opposing qualities, those qualities are united once more. Right? Okay, you can pause and read anytime you get ready, but understand the concept of divine hermaphroditism. Right? This is a thing in the occultic circles. Don't get it twisted. Just because it's not a thing to you, just because you ain't into it, just because you ain't digging it, people ain't drawing these paintings and tarot cards. Look, it's not like one person's idea. Right? The rebus, the redo, re meaning two, Ra, right? Ra was, remember, they got the story of, it's always the raven there too. You gotta notice a lot of symbolism. But you know, they dismembered Osiris and all that in the Egyptian folktale. We see they standing on the reptilian, on the Leviathan, right? Sun and moon. You see the duality. You see the two intersecting triangles at the bottom and the perfect circle, perfect shape. Of course, Baphomet gonna creep into this. You see the top and the bottom of them, two different directions of existence at the same time. And I guess that's what they trying to say. You see the moon symbolism on that Baphomet. But they saying to have the the masculine and feminine energy in one vessel makes it, you saw the snake going around the arm like the caduceus. But they say having both those energies makes a person more divine. Now, the book of the cow, see how it says God Ra, the rebus, Newt, right? This cow, this go back to the sun god Ra. The cow worship goes back to Egypt. Hathor, nut, right? Newt. Okay, the book of the cow is where this homunculus shit comes from. Well, I don't want to say where it come from, but this is like where most people, it kind of went mainstream in the occultic world. This is kind of where the Caucasoid, where the troglodyte got it from. You know, when they got into their York Rite and all that. Okay, making a homunculus, Libra Vacre, the book of the cow, one cow. Semen of a magician, wow, ground sunstone, sulfur, magnet, green tattoo, willow sap, very large vessel. Take a vessel, one owns urine, right? You following me? Select either your ewe or your cow, vowel, consonant, vowel. Clean the, I ain't gonna say that word, and select the animal, herbs, medicines, making the womb capable of receiving that put therein. Take the unselected animal, exsanguate, apply a measure of flesh, okay, to the okay, on the animal being prepared to bear the homunculus, okay, plug the okay, feed the okay, right? Y'all can pause and read that. I'm spelling it, I'm showing you spelled out right with the whole thing right in your face, how to use your homunculus. There are many uses for your homunculus. Okay, feed it. You can pause and read it, right? I ain't gonna hold you. Cause that's why that Mind Unveiled documentary is 10 hours, cause it's too deep. You got alchemy, Prometheus, Liber Vaccae, William Newman, Spontaneous Generation, the Book of the Cow. Right, that's a hell of a website right there. Y'all click on that, y'all get a full understanding. Right, it's a process of growing a human in manure, in a flask, in a jar, with the blood of a young lady that is going through Mother Nature, right? Artificial men, the alchemy, the homunculus, the alchemical creation of little people with great powers, right? This is where Jesus come in. Jesus was a homunculus, the special mythology, alchemy, right? These are all words that's going hand in hand in this topic. Okay, so you understand now how the Garbage Pail Kids is a homunculus. The Liber Vaccae book gives you the process, right? Now I might have to do a deeper video on that Book of the Cow, but you can pause and read it. It's giving you the rundown. You know, it's telling you, you know, you use certain fluids from certain genders and you do your thing. Okay, you see, you can make different animals and creations out of this. It's coming from the Islamic world. Y'all better know that Kabbalah, Allah, that real alchemy is coming from the Islamic world. Pause and read it. Any moment you see it say Musalim, the metadata, okay? Okay. Okay, I told y'all Islam is the root of Freemasonry, right? You can take it into Egypt, but I think that's when people that worship the moon took over Egypt, and then they brought in Islam. Because where's our West African, unless Ptah and all that was Arabic, but we ain't gonna get off subject though, right? Right? The Book of the Cow, right? I'm telling you, it goes in manure, dung. You see it say dung, animal waste. Right, the Book of the Cow. You got to put your product in fertilizer, right? But you could call it compost, right? You could call it a compost, right? Let me make it make sense. So you see in the compost definition, it's fertilizer. People use horse dung as fertilizer. Look at the fruit. Look at the mandrake. Look at the fruit, the cornucopia, right? This is deep, family, but I'm trying to take you level by level so you understand what's going on here. Right? Compost or compose, to write or create. Right? Constitute or make up a whole. Right? The system is composed of a group of machines composed to make up, compost. So you can compose in the compost. Right? You know, I gotta shout out this channel right here. A lot of their videos is as deep as you wanna go, as deep as you can handle. Right, but see, they did another example of a childhood cartoon that was homunculus, right? The Powerpuff Girls. So if I'm saying the Garbage Pail Kids is homunculus and they saying the Powerpuff Girls are homunculus, you know, either both of us right or both of us wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you see they got the picture of the Powerpuff Girls in the jar. I told you about the man in the jar, right? My man got on the lab coat. And I told you about the occultic people always wear robes down to the ankle, right? But see, you got Mojo Jojo. I told you the great apes were homunculus. So you see, the first homunculus was a monkey. I told you Mojo Jojo made the homunculus in the toilet in one of the episodes, right? Now they put the good clue together that it was the black goo. Now I did a long series on the black goo. Look at a picture of the girls in the flash, right? Homunculus right in your face. But I told you about apes were the first homunculus, and the black goo. The black goo goes super deep. It's primordial, and I think they was, based off the Powerpuff Girl, they was using black goo. And you see what he's thinking the title too. You know what I mean? But I've been talking about this black goo for a minute. Now they done tied the black goo into homunculus, sort of how Venom can change his shape. They say with the homunculus, if you imagine a shape, it'll take the shape, or it'll encase in the skin. If you put a certain powder in the homunculus flask and imagine and dream and focus and meditate, it'll take on that shape. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm out.